updates here from Pop Turner, speaking to Bourke Cazabon about season 2 of Shoresy on Crave. Welcome to the show, man. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks so much for having me, man. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's pretty awesome. I mean, I think one of the coolest things, and I can relate to this a lot too, because I was involved with that environment a little bit, is when we meet, your character in season 1, you're playing, your final years of like rec league and everything as Corey, and you're getting chirped by Shoresy the ref, and this year you're like playing beer league essentially, so you've graduated and everything. And I'm so used to that because I ran an adult hockey league for like over 5 years. So I definitely know that whole last year of minor hockey and then translating over to adult rec league.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So was that kind of a fun transition from season 1 and season 2 for your character?
Yeah, for sure. So like season 1, I was in my 6th year of high school, right? So I was just like, wasn't graduating, but yeah, I'm happy to be out of high school and have the visor on and be playing beer league and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of, your background, acting, hockey, like what was your kind of interests and similarities to a lot of the things that you do involving Corey and Shoresy before this? Like you played hockey, were you into, letterkenny growing up, acting? Like what was that like for you before you signed up for
Yeah,
Shoresy?
so I played AAA for like 6 years.
Yep.
And I never really considered acting because I was always so busy with hockey. And obviously, like growing up, everyone knew Letterkenny around here, and we loved Riley and Jonesy and all their scenes about like the top Bardowski and stuff like that. So yeah, I was a big fan of Letterkenny with all the hockey boys, and yeah, Shoresy was my first time acting, and it kind of came to me in a way as I found an ad on Facebook that my aunt sent to me. They were looking for extras, and then I basically signed up to be an extra, and they asked me to audition. So that was pretty new for me, and I didn't really know what I was doing. So I just set up my phone, and my buddy was the person behind the camera, and yeah, it basically just came to me. It was crazy.
When did you find out that Corey was returning for season 2? Like when was that? So like you shoot season 1. Did you find out like early on that you guys were coming back for season 2, or was it later?
Yeah, it wasn't like anything official right away, but there was some rumors going around that I was coming back, and I was pretty pumped about that. But I found out like about a month after that it was for sure. And then yeah, we filmed season 2 in April, so it was like I got the offer a few months before that.
Okay, and I feel like, does it feel like kind of two different characters? Because we see the Corey like on the ice in the penalty box a lot of the times, and then we see the Corey in the stands, right, without the gear, watching the games. Like it's like two different scenes completely, right? If you think about it.
Oh, for sure. That was a huge transition for me too, right? It was because like the on ice stuff was pretty natural for me. Cause I was honestly like, I asked Jared, I'm like, Jared, did you look at my profile, like my hockey profile? Because I led the league my last year in penalty minutes, so it was like. It was so comfortable for me to be in the penalty box and, chirp the ref and everything because I used to do that every game. But yeah, and then this season there was a lot more. I have more scenes off ice than I do on ice now in season 2. So that was really fun, and that was more acting than on ice. So I actually got to act, which was
episodes
really
are
cool.
rolling out on Crave in Canada every Friday. If first 2 episodes are out now, and yeah, we definitely see that you guys are now content creators in a little way too, right?
Yeah.
You're filming some stuff. There's like, I love how there's an arc now for Corey.
Yeah.
I also feel like it's interesting because, and you can even say the same thing for your character, Bourke. I mean, we've in season 1, we've never met these characters before, like the audience, you know what I mean? So it's going to be fresh for everyone. It's going to be fresh for you as an actor too, right? Like you're going to meet all the guys, like you haven't really seen their acting or their characters before. Did it felt more kind of comfortable in terms of knowing these characters, what they're going to say in terms of shooting season 2, or is it still kind of like getting used to everything specific? Because you say you're new to acting, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, so season 1, honestly, I was like really nervous, obviously, because never acted before, and then I got a role with a lot of lines. So there's a huge difference between season 1 and season 2 with the entire crew, because like you said, like season 1, no one knew anybody, no one was friends yet, and there's a lot of people in Shoresy that have never actually acted before, right? So that was a really big transition for everybody. And then season 2. Everyone just became one big family in a way, and we all became really close friends, and it was a lot more natural, and there was no nerves. So like it was all smiles and laughs, and it was really fun.
Why are the Sioux so unreal? I'm putting you on the spot here. Like, why are they so unreal?
What's so unreal?
Why are the Sioux so unreal? Like, why are the Sioux so fucking good? Like, what's up with the Sioux?
Well, I can't say much because there's only 2 episodes out right now. But yeah, the Sioux are
That was
gonna
one of your
be
favorite lines in season one, man. Like, remember up that game against the Sioux? You were just telling the Sioux are so good. The Sioux are so
yeah,
fucking good. It felt like
because they were the team to beat, right? So they were that was that last game. So it's just the Sioux were so effing good, you know. Like that was it was just a joke through the entire season.
it's
But
so
we
funny
beat
because
them, so
I was in. It's so funny because there's a lot of like lines that Shoresy says that come back, right? Over like, and like
yeah.
certain lines that Andrew say, like settle down and everything, right? And I fall under the trap. Like I was interviewing Ryan, who plays Michaels, and I was talking about, getting in the mood for like a scene and everything. So I said like, setting the tone, and I was like, I literally like I literally just ran into that trap because that's said so many
Yeah.
times in season 2 by Shoresy, setting the tone.
Yeah.
What's it like doing the kind of back and forth with Keegan? Because I find it interesting because you both get kind of put in the box a lot in season 1. So you're like talking a little bit on the bench, but not more than that. But this season, you really have to interact more. What's that transition? What's that kind of difference like specifically?
It's great. Yeah, me and Keegan got we're really close friends now, and he had some acting experience in the past, so
Yep.
he helped me a lot with the nerves and kind of showed me how to. He basically just like showed me how to do everything, right? And
Yep.
it helped a lot. And this season was even more fun because now we're kind of like chirping each other, which wasn't really in season. Like there was a bit of me chirping Liam in season 1, but this season it's like a joke throughout the entire season 2. So it's a lot of fun because we're always on set together, and it's normally just us two and Shoresy.
Yep.
So there's a lot of one-on-one time together, and yeah, it's honestly I couldn't want anyone else.
Are you
To be
from
there.
the Sudbury area?
I live in North Bay, Ontario, so it's
Okay,
about an
yeah,
hour and a
yeah.
half.
You're North
Yeah,
Bay.
so
Cool.
I'm pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's so apparently that panini place is pretty amazing. Have you been to that panini
Yeah.
place?
Yeah, and then yeah, that place actually at night turns into like a nightclub kind of. So we usually go there and hang out and get some paninis all the time.
So a lot of your scenes, especially in season 1, obviously you're with Jared because he's chirping you and you're during your league games. But is anyone else around specifically from the Bulldogs while you're shooting those scenes? But are those separate days specifically?
Um, so usually the only time I see the
Yep.
Bulldogs is if they filmed a scene before I come on a set. So usually it would be
Okay,
like I
yeah.
walk in to the set and they're kind of all getting undressed in their from their equipment, and I usually chat with them and wait in the dressing room until my scenes are ready. But yeah, there's not usually anyone else there except the camera crew and
Yep.
the entire crew. But yeah, once the Bulldogs are done, they're working every day, right? So they just go back to the hotel and relax. But I usually see them on their way in or on their way out.
Do you see them? But there's like, you had that scene where you guys are like filming the game. So I'm sure there's some scenes here and there where everyone's like together on set. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, so when I'm filming the game, actually, there's nothing happening on the ice at all. So
It's
it's
pretty
basically
interesting because the way they
yeah,
angled it, it kind of looks like the game's actually happening.
no, for sure, yeah. So it's like there's nothing happening on the ice, and there's actually one stunt coordinator on the ice, and like if I have to follow him for the goal, I'm just looking just at him. But
Interesting.
I stayed a few times after to watch some of the fights that they were doing on ice, and I enjoy watching them do the big hockey scenes.
Are you like, what is your kind of stance on acting now? Obviously, you're new to it and everything, but like, what is kind of the, like, do you feel like after working Shoresy now you're like, yeah, I want to work on other things, I want to work on other genres? Like, what's the acting kind of situation like for Bourke Cazabon?
Yeah, I fell in love with it, man. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know how I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not, you know. But I ended up really enjoying it. I had a lot of fun, and once those nerves were gone, I could actually enjoy what I was doing. So yeah, now I have an agent, and I'm auditioning for everything that gets sent my way, and I'm gonna
That's
try,
so
and
amazing.
I'd love to see what I could do in other shows and other genres. Is what I'm trying to do right now.
I'm sure because you played hockey your whole life, AAA and everything. I'm sure you have a lot of friends that watch Shoresy and everything. Have they kind of said like "F you, Corey" or like "F you, Shoresy" to you a lot? Like, do
Yeah,
people call you?
it's yeah, oh yeah. Like whenever I go out, or go to any parties or hang out with some friends, and it's usually they don't even say my name anymore, and they just call me Corey, or hit me with the "F you, Corey" or "F you, Shoresy." Yeah, it happens a lot
Was
now.
there any like takes where you just like bursted out laughing with Jared, like specifically?
Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah. So we would normally film every scene 4 to 5 times, and the first 2 times we would do it, we would just everyone would laugh. Where the sound guy would start laughing, or the camera guy would start laughing, and then I'm trying not to laugh, and it's just yeah. So there's usually like we do 2 for fun where we're laughing, and then 2 serious, and then we usually just do another one at the end just to make sure we got the shot.
Is there anyone that kind of like messed up a take that they were hoping to use like at the last minute?
Oh yeah, like we would get through like one of my longer scenes in season 1 was like a minute and a half, and like everything was great until like my last line, which was "Your mom's folding too," and I couldn't keep a straight face because Shoresy's face was like dead straight, right? He was looking at me all worried, and I just couldn't keep it together. Yeah, so we did that one. We did that one like 6 times. Yeah.
I want to get that footage so badly in the penalty boxes, just so you can kind of before the edit. Like I want to get the raw footage of the sound to hear everyone in the background laughing.
Yeah,
like I want to see that so badly.
Yeah, I wish we would film like behind the scenes and bloopers. It'd be really
because
funny.
I could totally see that happening. I could totally see like before they do like the sound editing and everything, I could totally see you guys going back and forth. But even when you guys aren't laughing, I could totally probably hear people in the background like laughing.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Is it really cool to be like on a hockey show though? Like there's a lot of shows like Letterkenny, for example, right? It's like a show, it has hockey in it, but there's a lot more than hockey like in Letterkenny, you know what I mean? But like Shoresy is like a hockey show.
I mean, it's crazy because like I said, I played hockey for a while, right? My whole life was hockey, and it's pretty cool that I'm on like one of the biggest hockey shows now, you know, because I'm just happy I kind of got something out of hockey in a way, which was really cool. And I'm loving that I'm still a part of the hockey community because I was out of it for a while, and then Shoresy kind of got me back into it. And then this year I'm coming out of retirement to play some lug hockey, and that's great.
Yeah, and you never know. We're just gonna watch more episodes of Crave. We're gonna watch more episodes of Shoresy on Crave, and who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe there's some injuries. Maybe there's some reinforcements. Maybe Corey gets a call to the Bulldogs. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Bourke, so great chatting with you, man. Thank you so much for coming on Popternative.
Thanks so much for having me, man.
Instagram is the best way for people to keep up to date with everything, right? It's just your name?
Yeah, it's Bourke Caz, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Well, this has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popturn for previous episodes. You can catch Bourke Cazabon as Corey in season 2 of Shoresy episodes every Friday on Crave. Till next time, it's Bourke and Petey Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.